Yo guys, I'm Black Magic and I've decided to do a career mode. You can see we're going to be West Ham United in this career mode. I was doing a my player, but I'm gonna switch to career mode because I think I'll do some better videos on career mode, some that you might be able to relate to. Get yourself a couple of players because I just like doing career modes, and I'm sure some people out there like doing career modes too. And I've got a lot of young talented players that I would like to show some of you guys, so maybe some of you guys could use them in your career mode. If you've got any players that you might want to recommend that I could use, some young upcoming talent that I could use in my career mode, please feel free to comment below and I'll scout them and have a look at them and see what I think of them. And yeah, and we're going to go into it. You can see we're going to be doing this on professional. I'm going to do 4-minute halves. I think 4-minute halves are ideal for this career mode, because I want to get as many games done as possible. We're going to rock out in the grey suit. We're going to have some brown skin, and we're going to go with the stocky build for the manager. You can see the name there, Black Magic, and you can see Black Magic takes over at West Ham now, so expecting big things from the new manager. So hopefully we can make some things happen. We're gonna go ahead and accept the invite. I think we're gonna go with the European Continental Shield, 5 million. We're gonna go with that one. Yeah, seems reasonable. Teams in there seem okay, so we might be able to do alright in that. I'm not gonna play any of the friendlies. I'm just gonna skip the friendlies. Gonna sim those and just see where we end up when we do the friendlies. You can see the league objective here is for us to finish in mid-table, so that is very acceptable. I can't see myself not finishing mid-table on professional. If I don't, I'm going to be very surprised, because I tend to find myself okay at FIFA. So yeah, here we go. First player we're going to look at here is from you can see we go to search him, we don't find him straight away, but he's from Manchester City, the young striker. I can't pronounce his last name, but Kalishi. I don't know if you remember him. He come on in his debut for Man City and scored, I think, with his first touch within like 2 minutes. But he's a very young, good up-and-coming player. He's very skillful, very quick, very handy player. So that's the first player we're going to go and have a look at. We're going to search him up here. I think he's 18 years of age. I'm pretty sure he's 18. Yeah, 18. There we go. Here at the bottom here, 18 years of age. Potential. You can see the potential there. He's got good dribbling, very good dribbling. Especially if you train him. I'm going to train him hard, and hopefully we can make him into a bit of a gem. We're going to put a 800k bid on him here. He's, from what I hear, he actually doesn't cost too much, and that is a bargain if I can get him for that price. I think anything below 5 mil for him is a bit of a bargain, really. But he's only 67 rated, so a lot of people may let him go under the radar, but yeah, it's got potential to grow. The second player we look at here is Nicholas Sully. He is unbelievable. I had him before in my own career that I played with Man United before, and he is an absolute beast. So to get him at West Ham would be some doing. 6'5", this guy is, and he wins everything. He's big, he's strong, he intercepts most plays, breaks them down, wins all his headers. A very useful player. And you can see here, Man City have actually asked for 1.4 million, so we're going to go ahead and put that up. 1.4 million is a bargain. If that's what they want, I'm more than happy to pay that. I'm sure they've got players on their radar, so they won't be looking too much for him. You can see here now, Sully, they've demanded 13 million, so we're going to try and get him a little bit cheaper than that. We're going to go with 11 million. Probably going to be one of my most expensive signings up to date for now. Definitely worth the money if I can get hold of him. With this West Ham team, you can see we're going up against Guimarães. I think they're from the Portuguese league. I'm not really too sure. And Saka gets a nice hat trick in the first game, in the first friendly. So we'll take that. So that's a good start to the group. for us, for West Ham. So I'm happy with that. I am going to be doing. I am going to be getting rid of a lot of players throughout this career mode. So I will be taking a lot of players out of the West Ham team. So not many of them will be surviving. But I want to build a good, strong squad that, you know, that's really tough to compete with and can maybe take me around Europe in the next couple of seasons. I intend to stay loyal to West Ham. I don't intend to take any international offers that come up. I'm gonna just knock them back. Well, it's saying if I get any international offers, but I don't intend to take any anyway if they do arouse. You can see here now he only wants £6 grand for Kalishi, which is an absolute bargain. Absolute bargain. So we're gonna go ahead and give him what he wants. Basically, if that's what he wants, that's what we'll give him. You can see here one of the young players asking for a request, but not too interested because I've got some of my own players in mind that I want to bring in. But I think we're going to go up against Mainz now. Yeah, Mainz from the French League, and you can see we'll win that one 3-2. Sacco, Victor Moses and Carl Jenkinson all getting on the score sheet in that game, so that's another good start. So that's 2 out of 2 out of the friendlies. So I couldn't have asked for a better start, really. No players signed on yet as of such, but we go through it. We've got 2 players now that we're looking at, obviously, in Kalishi and Suli. They're the players I'm going to put my main focus on at the minute. As you can see here, he actually turns me down, saying it's not a move he can see himself doing, but he hasn't completely rejected me, saying he will review other offers. So we're going to go ahead and make another offer. This guy is definitely worth it, so I probably will go on to try and do whatever it takes to sign this player, because he is so worth it. 100%. If you guys are watching this, please go check him out for yourself. Buy him, put him in, and train him hard, and he will become around 88 rated centre back, one of the best on the game in my opinion. Kalishi here, you can see he's come and accepted the offer, so he's going to be our first signing at West Ham. So that's a very good signing for West Ham. Manchester City accept big offer for Kalishi. It's saying there, not really a big offer for Man City though, is it? In all fairness, you can see we've got Andy Carroll transfer offers come up. I'm not really looking to keep Andy Carroll. I haven't put him on the transfer list. I haven't put anyone on the transfer list, but we're going to go ahead and accept the bid. Anyway, that's good value for money. I just want the extra money really to buy these young gems that I want to show you guys. Next game here against Sampdoria. You can see we're top of the group. Sampdoria now, second game, and we gonna make one or two changes. Yeah, there we go. This is gonna be quite a tough game. But we will go ahead and skip this game as well. We're just going to put Kalishi on the bench there. We're not going to use him straight away. And put him on the bench. And we actually come up against Sampdoria. We skip this game as well. And for some reason, at the end of this game, it didn't show the result, which did annoy me. But the game did end 3-0 to West Ham. So we won that game 3-0. And it put us through into the semi-final of the Continental Cup, which is really good because I've got a bit more prize money now. You can see here I'm fighting with Suli to get a reasonable contract accepted. Really struggling to give him what he wants. So I'm going to try and make him a crucial first team member and see if that works out for him. So that's what we're going to do. With these videos, I'm going to try and upload one every weekend. Every weekend. I say every weekend, I know it's not much, but with me being in the armed forces, I can't really get the videos out as often as I want. So I'm going to put them up every weekend. If I do get a few followers following this, I'm going to keep it going. And I'm going to have a good season going. And there'll be some good young players for you guys to buy. So please follow along with the season. You can see we win that semi-final there. 2-1 against Werder Bremen, and that puts us in the final of the cup against I think it ends up being against Mainz in the final, so Mainz make it to the final. Team we played in the group, yeah, it is Mainz. Mainz are in the final of this group, so that is who we're going to play. After this game against Mainz, I think our first league game, our first proper league game, is against Arsenal away. So that is a very tough fixture. But what I'm going to do is I am gonna put the highlights of that game in this video as well. So the Arsenal game will be going into this video. You can see here we're still fighting to get Nicholas Sully into the squad. A very difficult player to sign for me now because I can't convince him. But when I was Man United, it wasn't that hard to convince. But you can see here now we're going to skip this game against Mainz in the final of the cup, and we actually go ahead and lose this game 2-0. So a bit disappointed to lose, but I'm very happy that we made it that far. I did not expect to make it that far through simming these games. I won't be simming hardly any games in the when the season starts, next to none. You can see here Sully actually does accept our offer, so we actually sign him on for 11 million. Very solid signing. So I'm looking quite strong at the back now. Looking forward to having Payet behind the front too, and then Kalishi up top. A few more players on the pipeline, but I'm going to keep them quiet. You can see them as they come up. But we're going to go ahead and just go straight towards the Arsenal game. Looking really forward to this. These players, Kalishi and Sully, train them hard, and they become, well, Sully definitely becomes world class at the highest level. I'm sure Kalishi, his dribbling is like second to none, so definitely give him a go. Ganoa make an offer here for Andy Carroll because the last one's broke down, so I'll go ahead and accept that. As I said, there's no players on the transfer list. They're just putting bids in, and I'm just going to go ahead with them. Here is the Arsenal game now. So West Ham v Arsenal. Arsenal wearing going to rock their home kit as they're the home team. We're going to rock in one of the away kits. You can see they've made a good signing in Tweedy there for their centre mid. Arsenal kick off this game, and that is half time. No highlights for the first half, so pretty poor first half. Nothing really to show you there. And second half, a little more exciting. Decided to make a sub, bring Jelavic on for Sacco, because I want to try and make things a bit better, make a few more opportunities in this game, and I think Jelavic will be a little more useful. See, we get the quick free kick from Song. Song plays it into Cresswell, plays it into Jelavic. Jelavic plays it down to Payet, who does a nice turn, takes a shot but hits it wide. Disappointing in the end, but good bit of skill. Arsenal with the corner now. Alexis Sanchez whips it into Giroud, and Giroud heads it over the bar. From the resulting goal kick, we play the ball out nicely to Cresswell. Cresswell plays it to Victor Moses, who skips round his man. He plays it in to Jelavic, who plays a nice ball in to Kalishi. Kalishi decides to try and make something happen here. Runs round. Takes a nice fake shot on the inside, gets the shot off and finishes into the far corner of the net, leaving Czech with no chance. Debut goal. Kalishi's off. There we go. Nice heart to the camera. Lovely kiss. Happy days. So he's already showing that he's worth value for money because he's doing it against the big teams. Chamberlain here plays it out to Giroud. Giroud decides to cut inside. He takes a shot, but he ends up putting it way wide. Poor effort in the end from Giroud. Arsenal again on another attack, this time with Debussy. Debussy gets the ball. He plays it into the box. It's a poor clearance from the West Ham defender, and Giroud ends up shanking his shot miles wide in the end. We go from the goal kick now. Nice ball in. Poor header and poor touch from Tweedy. Nice ball down the line to Lanzini. Lanzini plays it to Zarate, who does a nice little McGeady spin here. Lovely roulette into the box now, and a lovely finish. And Zarate is a player I'm going to use a little bit more because I like him. He's really good. I didn't realise he had the 3 or 4 star skill moves, so pretty tidy there. This is the last attack now. Alexis Sanchez whips it into the box. That's a great ball in. Lovely header from Giroud into the top corner. And that is how the game actually ends, 2-1. So I've been Bat Magic. I'm out, and I'll see you on the next